Yeah, or for the second season consecutively in there for you. And things like this are not done by minor teams. You might need to be that special team to obviously do this. For me, who supports Man United, I've witnessed my club do it once. That is in the season of 2007, 2008 season. We played in the final against Chelsea and we beat Chelsea by 90 minutes, ended 1-1, went to the extra time. No team went ahead to score any other goal, and we went to penalties. Ronaldo missed first. After Ronaldo missing first, John Terry came up and obviously missed. Then Nicola Anelka was saved. Nicola Anelka's penalty was saved by Edwin van der Sar. And then United went ahead to obviously score the winner, and United won that trophy. Following season, 2008, 2009, the club of Man United went ahead to obviously come up and get into the final again. And in the semi-finals, Manchester went ahead to beat Arsenal. We beat Arsenal home and away at, I think, the Emirates. We beat them by 1-0. At Old Trafford, it was 3-1. We went into the finals of the Champions League. Now, we found Barcelona, and Barcelona beat United by 2-0. But this is what you guys have to obviously put a lot of attention to detail to. In that year, a club known as Manchester United, right, went ahead to in the season of 2007, 2008, in the semi-finals, Manchester United went ahead to knock out Barcelona at the semi-finals, and we proceeded to the finals and won. The following final, we met a team on the final that we had knocked out at the semi-finals. That was Barcelona, and Barcelona beat us. Now, last season, PSG beat Arsenal home and away at the semi-final stage. You understand? Now, PSG, after beating Arsenal, they went ahead to go to the final and beat Inter Milan and won the Champions League. You understand? Now, PSG is meeting a team that they beat at the semi-finals last season on the final. You get? So, this same scenario is like that of Manchester United, and if history is to repeat itself, obviously, Arsenal might emerge as the winners of the Champions League. Smash like button, comment, and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fantastic time wherever you are. And we're here to break down this game of football that has seen Bayern Munich knocked out of the Champions League and Arsenal get to the levels of PSG to really join the party and see to it that they obviously stop a club known as Arsenal in there for you. So PSG came into this game of football when they had a win of 5-4 that they managed to secure when they are playing away, when they are playing at home. And when they came in through, their manager had something he said that I will show you later. And you'll obviously get to know that mind games are really being played. And today, Enrique has shown me that he knows what it means to do at this stage. Because if he came up as he had said that he's going to open himself up, they would have gone ahead to tear him apart, I tell you, because Bayern was all over the place. But resolute defending of a team known as resolute defending for the club of PSG has served them on the day, because Bayern was all over the place, and what PSG was going to do was only to hit this team on the break. Even the goal they conceded at the beginning of the game obviously went ahead to come in through when the guy called Upamecano went ahead to obviously be beaten by that quick passing between Kvaratskhelia and Fabian Luiz. And Kvaratskhelia ran into the 18 box area, cut back to Ousmane Dembele, and went ahead to obviously score a very beautiful goal as Ousmane Dembele in there for you. So, I'm here to let you know that it really happened that way. And this guy went ahead to obviously play what we call a mind game. And this is what he said before the game. I was like, if this guy does this, I'll obviously give him a 5-finger salute. But he never did this. He never did this. And Arsenal fans, you should pay a lot of attention to this guy because Luis Enrique, the manager of PSG, looks like he's a king of playing mind games. And we've been told, he told us that we are not looking to defend the result of the first leg because we are aiming to win the match. That's our goal. Today, all supporters won't stop singing and the players won't stop playing. So, he came up and said that, one, he's aiming to win. he really went ahead to obviously narrowly win because the goal of Bayern Munich came in late in the 4th minute of the 5 added minutes. You understand? So, Enrique promised to win. And to quote him right, he never really promised to play sexy football. You know, he promised to come in through and obviously win. And indeed, he almost won the game because he had a very good plan that saw him really put out a very good performance in there for you defensively. And he had almost kept a clean sheet at that Allianz Arena. And we all know Bayern Munich, when they attack you, that attack line of Olise, Luis Diaz, Harry Kane, and Musiala is really very deadly. And there is no defender in the world, there is no defense in the world that is not threatened about or with that front line. But PSG defended very, very well. And what they came up as their game plan was, let us hit these people on the break. Period. Nothing else. Let us hit them on the break. And that was their game plan, and it went ahead to work out as planned. But when you look at the manager of Bayern, he really showed me that he's still naive. There are things that he has not gone ahead to learn. Because a moment like this, you need to surprise your enemy. What Bayern did, to me, was really very, very bad. They attacked very well, you know. But if you attack like that and you don't get goals, that means you are doing something that your opponent best knows better than you, you know. And they defended Bayern Munich to the bone marrow. When you look at how they conceded the first goal, they initiated a high line immediately. In a game like this, if I am the manager of Bayern, I start it slow because I know he was like, let's go attack them in the first 10 minutes and we really are 1 goal up, such that they really open up and don't sit back. Now, he started it off in a very bad way. If I'm Vincent Kompany, what do? I start this game on a low. On a low, and I tell players like Harry Kane that you experienced, let's surprise this team, you know. Let's not start off the game with that quick passing. Let's not really highline a lot, because if you concede like they conceded in the 3rd minute, it makes it hard for you in the entire game. Because if they had not gone ahead to concede, you would have gone ahead to find out that they would have gone ahead to really win this game of football and maybe proceed to extra time. But with PSG having a lead in the 3rd minute, you've gone ahead to give them all what they want, to really sit back and obviously wait for what you bring. And for them, they're obviously going to be a reactionary team. Now, with those workaholic midfielders, Yao Neves and Vitinha, my God, there is no way you can survive them, I tell you. Because they've gotten an early goal that you wanted, and they're all over the place. And if you thought attacking was the best solution to that, you would have gone ahead to put in a very huge shift, and you're like, all right, let's attack, and let this attack really give us results. But you saw to it that the results of the attack came in through towards the end of the game. You understand? So, Vincent Kompany made a very big mistake. That is it. big mistake for me. And he never applied anything like a mind game in this. He was like, let every player go and do what he has to do. We will win the game. He called in for the fans because he was on the touchline when they played away in Paris. This time he was there. The fans were really cheering the team from the word go to the end. But the players were really in a very hard position. And I tell you, when you look at a team like Bayern Munich, they do have lots of players that use too many touches on the ball. That's another problem. Olise won't do something quick. Luis Diaz won't do something quick. Jamal Musiala won't do something quick. I think the only player they have in their forward line that can do something quick is Harry Kane, because he's not good at taking off players. That's why he really takes one touch, two touches, and he releases the ball. And I think in a game like this, where you're really having a very good organized central defense of Pacho and Marquinhos, you need to really move that ball on at a very high speed, such that when you move it, you can really catch them off guard. And that is something that manager really went ahead to do badly. He would have gone ahead to tell the players that the only player who has the allowance to do very many touches is Olise. Luis Diaz, look out for a quick pass, get into space, they release you, and you really face this defense. You understand? So it was really very bad for Bayern Munich, because they looked like they're not a managed team. The manager never had tactics to open up that. Because for me, if I'm that manager, I tell Jamal Musiala, you are overcarrying the ball. Diaz, you're overcarrying the ball. So let only one player do that. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about maybe Olise, and let these others find out a quick pass, because when you look at PSG, however much they have Vitinha, who is good on the ball, Yao Neves, Kvaratskhelia, Doe, Osman Dembele, and Kivicha Kvaratskhelia. I think it's only Kivicha Kvaratskhelia that is being given that audacity to use the ball whatever he wants. Most of the players really use it and really let it go. That is it. But if you happen to think that you can come up and obviously do that at the game of this magnitude, then you are really wrong. You are really wrong. So, Vincent Kompany, hope this comes to you as a lesson that you needed to learn from your masters, and you manage those players in a better way. And that is what you do in a manager who is really inexperienced, I tell you, because Enrique is experienced. He knows these stages and he knows what to do. And you see one goal as one of those that is really little, but you see what it has gone ahead to cost Bayern Munich, because if they hadn't gone ahead to obviously concede that, then there is no way he would have gone ahead to obviously put in a very huge shift in there for you. Now, when you look at PSG, they come into this game of football and they're going to be playing Arsenal. Arsenal is one of those teams that I think I'm going to do this in a recorded video to obviously say lots of things about this, because I don't want to stay here for long when you're really discussing this. But the fact is, Bayern Munich have made themselves lose, because every player wanted to shoot at goal. Every player wanted to really do what he felt like was right. Yet, that is the role of the manager, the captain. He's like, let this player do A, B, C, D. You get? And let this one do this. That's what you're supposed to do. So, Bayern Munich are out of the Champions League, and Arsenal is going to be playing a team known as this. And the record has gone ahead to extend, because I told you in the match preview that in the last 5 semi-finals that Bayern has seen themselves lose the away game, they've failed to obviously turn it around at home on 5 consecutive times. That is it. So this time round, they've also gone ahead not to really win this because they've been knocked out by a very beautiful team known as PSG. For the club of Arsenal, it's good news for them, I think. It's good news because if you look at how PSG played, Luis Enrique likes mind games. I tell you. Luis Enrique likes what you call mind games because by him liking and loving mind games, he never attacked like we know. He was a counter-attacking team, you know. But if at all it happens to be that a club known as Arsenal and Mikel Arteta obviously gonna match the levels of Enrique, then that will be great. Two La Masia players, you know, and they're totally different in the game of football as players, but as managers, they're obviously trying to make a lot of sense to the people in here for you. So Mikel Arteta is really one of those that you have to look at and really understand that he's obviously going to be giving him a very hard time. Now, the club known as Arsenal is super excited to play PSG because I think they are really a much easier team to beat than a club known as Arsenal. So, we've been told that there were just 2 goals scored from 33 shots between Bayern Munich and PSG tonight, 6% conversion. After the first leg, saw 9 goals scored from 22 attempts, 41% conversion, and there was inequality. The pressure was all over these players, especially the players of Bayern Munich. Now, PSG is set to contest its 3rd Champions League final more than any other French club across all nationalities. PSG is the first club to sitting together 2 consecutive finals in the competition since Liverpool in 2017, 2018, and 2018-2019. So, Liverpool did it also, you know. They lost Real Madrid on the final, and in the following season, they went ahead, obviously, lift the league in there for you. Kivicha Kvaratskhelia is the most decisive player in 2026 Champions League phase with 10 goal contributions, 7 goals and 3 assists. He leads Julian Alvarez, Harry Kane 8, Ousmane Dembele 7, and guys, I'm really waiting for this final. I don't know whether you guys are also waiting for this final like I am, but indeed, I'm waiting for it. Opolot says, hey Rokani, this is Julius from Kumi. We Arsenalists are ready for the revenge. All right. Remember, they knocked you out last season, and now you have them in the final. Mubarak says, Mr. Aradi, big up. All right. This is Mui Mui. Mr. Aradi, thanks for the update. It will be the revenge, and Arsenal will win the UEFA Champions League. All right. Epicio, hell nah. Feel bad for Arsenal, but everything is possible 100%. PSG have lost Club World Cup final 3-0 against sneaky Chelsea. So, you think Arsenal not better than Chelsea of Maresca? Arsenal is better than the Maresca. So, Arteta changes the system from 4-3-3 to 4-2-2. For me, I think the new system can beat PSG. We wait and see how things really pan out. But it's really very, very, very engaging to you guys to see to it that we really talk this through in here. But Arsenal are going to be facing PSG in the Champions League final. And it's going to be played in Puskas Stadium that capacitates close to... It's the Puskas Arena that capacitates 67,215. I think a Champions League final should be in stadiums that really host 100,000 in there for you. But because they get most of the money off not from the match day tickets. They are like, we are doing well. So, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name, and I wanted to let you know that PSG is through to the final to play against Arsenal. You can as well vote. Who do you think will win? Hero says, Nzize Kujonke. All right. But they are doing well indeed. They are doing well indeed, and you can't stop them. You can't stop them. You know, sometimes when someone does really good, even if you try to obviously come and really jealousy that person, the other person will consider winning. It's the time for Arsenal, guys, and it's really going to take some 3-4 seasons for Arsenal to obviously shrink down. So, but PSG is really great, and Hero says she will be supporting PSG. So Hero will be supporting PSG, right? All right. We wait and see. Clement, I have strong feeling Arsenal gonna win. Guys, I've always told you that defending is the art of winning trophies, provided you can score that 1 or 2 goals. Arsenal has shown you that when they need goals, they get them. And when they need to stop their opponent from scoring against them, they've done it very, 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 very well. And I tell you, they won't really stop her when she really stages off. And that is the club of Arsenal. It's really going to be very hard for them to stop Arsenal, I tell you. So, guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun. I think I do have, if Arsenal scores early scream against PSG, Mikel Arteta should try to change the formation to 1-10-0. Oh, my God. To West. That is really anti-football. And I don't think that it's meant for this page in there for you. But I've gone ahead to tip Arsenal to win the Champions League, and I don't know what your thoughts are about it. But that is it. And that's what I had to say to you guys, the people that have gone ahead to keep me here. Arsenal is through, and PSG is through. 30th May, Arsenal versus PSG. Big one coming in through, and hope you guys will be ready to enjoy it. I sign out for now. See you later, and I love you.